I'm Nathan Brooks, 34, and I'll never forget the moment I overheard my brother Derek on a Zoom call, pitching my startup idea to a room full of Seattle venture capitalists. "Nate's just a glorified assistant," he said, chuckling. "He's good with spreadsheets, but I'm the one with the vision." My blood ran cold. For 3 years, I'd poured my life into developing a sustainable energy app. Coding late nights in my Tacoma apartment, scraping together funds, even prototyping the software myself. Derek, my older brother, had been my biggest cheerleader, or so I thought, until he stole it all. It started 6 months ago when I invited Derek to join my project. I was struggling to balance coding with investor pitches, so I asked him to handle some presentations. He's a natural charmer, always the life of family barbecues, while I'm the quiet one, more comfortable behind a laptop. "Let me sell it, Nate," he'd said, slapping my back. "You focus on the tech." I trusted him. Why wouldn't I? He was family. I shared every detail. The app's algorithm for optimizing solar panel efficiency, the business plan, even my draft pitch deck. But I never imagined he'd cut me out. The betrayal hit me during a random visit to his house in Bellevue. ID stopped by to drop off a USB drive with updated code when I heard him through his office door, pitching my app as his own. "I've been developing this for years," he lied to the investors. "My brother helped with some admin stuff, but this is my baby." My stomach churned as I listened, frozen in his hallway. He changed the app's name from SolarSync to see GreenPulse and claimed full credit, dismissing me as a lackey. Worse, I later found an email he'd sent to a mutual friend bragging, "Nate's too spineless to lead. I'm doing him a favor by taking over." I could have confronted him then, but I wanted him to face the consequences in front of the people he was trying to impress. So I played dumb, texting him about our project, asking for updates. He responded with vague promises. "Don't worry, I'm handling the big stuff." Meanwhile, I gathered evidence. I dug up my original code commits, time-stamped emails where I'd shared the idea with Derek, and even a recorded brainstorming session where he'd called it Nate's Genius. I contacted the investors he'd pitched to, posing as a potential collaborator, and confirmed they were hosting a victory party crew for Derek E's GreenPulse after he secured $2 million in funding. The party was at a sleek rooftop venue in downtown Seattle, all glass and city lights. Derek had invited tech influencers, our cousins, even our parents, who beamed with pride, unaware of his betrayal. I wasn't on the guest list, but I walked in anyway, carrying a laptop bag stuffed with proof. Dressed in a tailored blazer, I blended into the crowd of tech bros and investors. Derek was at the center, toasting with a whiskey, basking in applause. My heart pounded, but I felt a strange calm. This was my moment. "Excuse me," I said, stepping onto the small stage where a DJ was setting up. I plugged my laptop into the projector, and the room quieted. Curious. "I'm Nathan Brooks, the actual creator of the app you're celebrating." Derek's face went white as I displayed my evidence. Screenshots of my code, emails proving I'd conceived SolarSync years before, and the recording of Derek calling it my idea. The final blow was the email where he'd mocked me as spineless. The crowd gasped. Our parents looked horrified. "Derek stole my work," I said, my voice steady. "He lied to you all to take credit for something he didn't build." The investors were furious, one demanding an immediate meeting. Derek stammered, "Nate, you're blowing this out of proportion." But the evidence was undeniable. Our cousin, Lila, who'd been filming the party for her tech blog, caught the whole thing live. By morning, the video had 50,000 views, and Derek's reputation was in tatters. The investors pulled their funding, redirecting it to me after I pitched the real SolarSync the next week. I blocked Derek's number and cut contact. My parents tried to mediate, but I held firm. Trust, once broken, doesn't rebuild overnight. I launched SolarSync 6 months later, securing a $3 million deal with a clean energy firm in Portland. At the launch event, surrounded by new partners and friends who'd seen my truth, I felt lighter than ever. Revenge wasn't just exposing Derek, it was taking back my dream and proving I was never just an assistant.